Hello. What's going on? Where's oh boop boop beep boop. Ah, there I am. So, hello everybody. I am Annabelle Punas, the Queen of Bones, and your mommy, and of course on Thursday, your DM. So, we have the whole party here. What the heck? I did just draw a line. Don't do that. Okay, hey, how's everyone doing?
Woo! Much better than I was last week.
Good. You all better?
No longer have COVID.
That is good. Ding 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 winner.
Woo!
Right.
I've got a bit of cough, but yeah.
So, last week, I say last week, last session, however many weeks ago that was. um, I don't.
We missed 2 weeks, so 3 weeks.
Yikes. Well, you managed to get inside the noble district via the sewers. Unfortunately, the way you came out was literally 30 feet in front of a couple of guards. We just kind of watched you climb out.
Yeah, not the stealthiest we've done.
Dunk, 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 dunk.
But to be fair, we're not exactly a stealthy crew.
No. And a few things happened. You tried to put an elf asleep. But hey, you got his friend unconscious. But this guy was tempered nicely. So quite reasonably took you to see his commander, his captain. Having explained yourselves rather well, you met Husha. My notes, what are they doing? Right, anyway. So yes, the Elven Guard Stallion takes you to the guardhouse. You met the captain of the Noble District Guard, known as Husha. You were given a written seal to show that you are basically on business. That's all the help they could really give you. You basically just have something that shows you, hey, we're meant to be here. Don't kick us out. After that, you set yourself up in a tavern, getting a room each. But for a bit, of course, you all congregate in a single one, and Syrah takes an invisible owl trip. You'll scout the rest of the city. But the further you go in, there's a lot more defenses, and there's also some form of shielding over the castle itself to stop the wall being breached by going over it. Getting a map from across the street at the general store, as well as some information on the conflict between some noble houses, you are shown by the barkeep by the innkeeper NR, and get some information as well from his wife Berga. There's some known conflict between the House Manon and Delaret. you are briefly explained that the Bellaret family run the Great Theatre, and that the Manor family simply have an estate on the hill. There was not much more info given there. But also added to your map were the library and the location of the Grand Church. Hello, Chilling. Nice to see you. Ba, 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 da, ba. So from there, you decide to first head up and go to the library, in which you found out, of course, it's part of the academy ground. And while many sections are sealed off because you are merely visiting, you dug in and got to work researching various things that you feel will help your increase in town. We got some nice autumn cozy old library ambience as it started raining outside in the time that you've been here perusing the book. We have a number of subjects that people were looking into. I'm just wondering which order to tackle them in at this point. Hmm. Hmm. Now you're looking into some more things here. Just scrolling up, make sure I didn't miss any. Because I know everyone's kind of like in the past couple of days. Okay, all seems to be mostly contained. Yeah. So yeah, you'll kind of like dated yours one after another. There's none that I can miss. Sorry, it's me scrolling back
No problem.
to the last session, make sure there's nothing else there. Hmm. Yeah, no, seems good. Okay, so from top to bottom. Possible. Okay, so Thorбert will be looking into maps of the sewers. Yep. Simply enough, such a thing isn't really kept in the library. That's more kept within more official, like my brain right now.
City Hall, basically.
City Hall, yeah. Which unfortunately is not in this district. It's further in. But they did quiet. Like, you said it's for work reasons. I can send a missive to see if they would send some copies to you. I'm not sure how I can get you a form so you can fill out the business you're currently undertaking and the required maps as well as where you're staying. Then perhaps because they deem it necessary.
I appreciate it.
All right. Yep. Like there. She basically takes you back to the front desk. This is one of the librarians. And the receptionist there gets you the form, and she's like, at first you kind of hear, like, really? Okay. And a form is produced to you. I just fill that in and just put it at the front desk on your way out, and we'll have it sent off.
Alright. Delbrick's gonna fill it in, but for reasons he's gonna say that he has been charged with checking the sewer grates leading to from the Commoner District to the Noble District to see if they're adequately reinforced due to his ability to fight and his use of smithing tools.
We're already in the Noble District.
Yes, but he's claiming that a noble is asked to make sure that they can't get in through there.
Okay. Now I get what you mean.
Yeah. So basically, subterfuge. Make sure people can't come in the way we did.
Okay, I get that, yeah. Alright, well, yeah, you leave it at the desk, and, he reads it over, checks it, holds it up, pops it in an envelope. And, much like the bell on the desk in front of her, it seems she has one on, like, her side of the desk as well. And, he just reaches over and ding! He kind of, like, rings quite a while. Oh, we'll handle it from here. You can rejoin your friend.
Delbrick goes back to the party.
So, well, that's processing. Okay, so looking at the noble families, very popular subject. Make a investigation check for that part. Specifically, because of course there is some embellished, some more factual, and you just kind of figure out which one's which. Hey, Bakars.
I'm sorry, what that mean?
Investigation roll.
Oh, boy.
And probably me too, because we're basically doing the same thing.
I wish I
Right.
was proficient in this.
Yours is more general, but yeah, it's still an investigation roll.
Okay.
Yeah, I was looking specifically for those two houses. Oh, look, a 9. I find nothing.
Oh, look. I rolled an 8. You rolled an 8.
Yeah,
You
the
and I
difference
get
is our
completely
modifier.
fucking things.
All right,
Says the artificer with proficiency.
all right. So,
I rolled a
Kriv,
natural 1 and got higher than you.
Kriv, you find some of the those two specific families. You find a book that tells not of the current head of the family, but of the father, who is apparently very close with the still present head of the. Right. So here we are. Yes. Oh, it would help if I started a new page for my notes for this session. Okay, so, and, so you hear not of the current, actually, I suppose you don't know the name of the current head of the household. Did you learn of the great and illustrious actor, Manton Manon? Sorry, Manton Manon. You notice there's a little accent there. Who was apparently again, as I said, a great actor who was very close and almost some scandalous implications of a romantic relationship with Yusuf Ballarat. While Ballarat was the owner and their family esteemed run the great theatre many a year, bringing art to the very heart of Gold Shield, entertaining hundreds, if not hundreds of thousands yearly. There was not a screenplay that Manton Manon and Yusuf could not turn into one of legend. With Yusuf's writing chops and improvisation,
Improvisational.
improvisational skills, as well as his eye for.
We got there.
Yes, as well as his eye for really setting a scene, both with lavish sets and music, and the almost godly acting skills of Manton Manon himself. The charm and charisma he could make you cry with sympathy for the worst of villains, and make you stand and salute for just a simple soldier in a story that was much vaster than his self was. The days of Manton's passing were a tragedy not only for the families, but the arts themselves. The muses wept, as did Yusuf. It was then, however, that Anton Manon, son of Manton, took up his father's mantle and breathed a new generation of life into the theatre. For it is not the life that is remembered, but the mischief and memories we made along the way. Yeah, that's basically what you learn.
Okay. Criv just sort of like is mulling over this information, just like smoke coming out his fins.
Anton Manon took took the mantle of Manton Manon. Yes, indeed. I just saw that. What was being said there? Anyway, hey, 17. Hey, goals for him. Now, 17. Hmm. In the public library, there's not as many, we'll call them reports, on the conflicts between the noble houses so much. You do find a more general story of the would-be kings. It's called. Which basically just goes into the level. There was the... You see some of the names mentioned, though none of them match the ones that you have been told about. So you're wondering if maybe they've just been coded in a way to like cover up identities. Because it does go into quite some detail about some of the more well-known scandals that happened at the time. That, of course, the while the gods served the kings, the would-be kings of Goldshield were a law unto themselves. And woe it be to be one under the employ of a would-be king in such a dark time. Though some of more devilish mind and thuggish profession found much wealth in this time. Daughters were kidnapped, exchanged, bargained. Treaties were drawn and dashed. Huh? What was that? Masquerade 4, thank you for the follow. Let me wrap you up in some nice comfortable bandages so you're good and snug, and welcome to the mommy fight. Right. So, right, veritable gangs would walk the streets of this once noble district. It was less a war, but more a bloody common skirmish between squabbling children. Who had as much knowledge of what it meant to rule and be king as a piece of cheese knows what it means to be a cat. Let alone a mouse, who in the chain of predator and prey are far more closely related. Nay, a mouse in this time would come in the form of those who paid no heed to the needs of a would-be king. Those that knew how to play to their whims, make it seem that they were getting their way. They were winning this war they thought they were fighting. At the end of the day, it all stopped as coffers run dry and favors were recalled to no answer. The names of the would-be kings. Most no longer live in Goldshield. Their reputations too tarnished, falling from gold to rust. Some remain, able to survive and pay the price that they had put on themselves. While this writer had hoped that these conflicts were finally truly at an end, even years after, still, there will be the occasional eruption of emotions, vendettas hard to keep buried, and tongues still bitter. While they know themselves no longer to be kings, it cares not your title. If you have the means and the will, pursue your goal. Be wary, dear reader. You find yourself among the nobles of Goldshield. Be sure who your friends are. And know not the trust of a brother or family member is deserved by any of them. More payoff. That's the book you find.
Hmm.
While it doesn't name names, there are chapters and chapters of downright Romeo and Juliet era family feuds. With a bit of mafia thrown in, you know, fighting thumbs and sword fights in the streets. And of course, it implies that with this war, some form of underworld managed to take seed, offering these houses favors, and that some of them couldn't repay the cost that came with it. But some did. But yeah, that's what I got for that. Feel free to fill it with all sorts of juicy Shakespearean details and feuds. Huge losses over the simplest insults. Family ties of friendship lost over a wheel of cheese, you know. Cask of Montiago, you know. That's basically in there. All that sort of stuff.
Interesting.
But again, all the names are either families that are no longer here or got switched to protect exact identities, because it's quite damning, the book.
Mm-hmm.
All
It
right.
would take a lot of cross-referencing to find witches to be able to tie. It takes so much effort.
Yeah.
Rivet, balking at research. What is the world coming to?
Well, it's more the fact that, you know, the sort of things you would have to cross-reference to make these make sense are not something that the families involved would publish or allow to be published.
Mm-hmm.
At least you had
Certainly not in a public institution they're funding.
Exactly. Like, it's, like, even if there was like a local newspaper, like you'd have to find something with Hoarder that has all of them way back. No, it wasn't that far back that it's like, hey, look at these quirky news reports from 100 years ago about these things that happened. Like, okay. All right. Okay, so Sierra, you go checking to see if there's any sort of magical protection on those sealed off sections of the library.
No, I don't. I said that I wouldn't do that.
Oh, wait, Maxine is super curious. Never mind. Yeah.
Maxine does that. Syrah
Yeah.
doesn't.
I don't have detect magic prepared.
All right.
I
The
do
religious
have
history.
detect evil and good to see if there are like demons in there.
Yeah.
Haunted books.
Okay. This is all still investigation about the town, technically.
Sure.
So yeah, I think I would have you still roll an investigation check, even though you're looking into religious things. You're just trying to figure out.
I'm proficient in religion though. But I guess okay.
Okay, 10. Yeah. Yeah, you find like the books on religions and such that are actually in the library rather than just in the temple. But now go ahead and make a religion check to see if any of them seem to be more prominent, or like maybe there's multiple sources referring to one deity more than the others, at least in terms of being related to gold. You're 25. Okay.
Not just 25, natural 20.
Yeah, natural 20. Excellent. Oh, I'm still on. Oh, sorry, the game's still on the small screen. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. Next. Okay, so what you find right, I'm just making a note of what, like deleting the ones, no, not deleting, but like making note of which ones of the blurbs you got depending on your roles. So, you find the mention of the Changebringer in a lot of these texts. That the tales of the city basically welcomed all religions, but what is known as the she who makes the path that led to the coming of Goldshield as a city that you see before you now is Lady Luck herself, Avandra, known as the Changebringer, the Changebearer. As I said before, she who makes the path, the Luckbringer, Lady Luck, and the Bringer of Paths. You know her to be of a chaotic good alignment. That she is worshipped by a lot of merchants, adventurers, travelers, and having seen Goldshield in a better time than it is now, you imagine that with her symbol being that of a gold coin, with her profile embossed upon it, that this town most likely had its wealth spread among everyone. Not so much as that there would be no nobles or anything like that, but still. These
Interesting.
Encourages followers to venture into the unknown, whether it be business ventures, adventures into ancient crypts to find knowledge and old artifacts. Basically, the bringer of good fortune and encourages everyone to follow the path that they wish to lead, that they wish to walk. And to her faithful, make sure that they succeed on this path, bringing them good luck where they can. Though some decisions, even good luck, can't fix.
Mm.
She is depicted as a dark-skinned young woman with light brown hair, sometimes streaked in silver or gold. And that changes into a long road behind her.
Mm. Nice.
Such roads can be dotted with successful businesses, picturesque or even mysterious paths and landscapes. Just to show those who get a glimpse of her the many paths they could walk on.
Noted. Very importantly noted. Okay.
As well as
Um,
trade, travel, adventure, and luck, she is also the goddess of freedom.
okay. Okay. Why is all of this making me feel like I want to explore the forbidden place even more now? Uh,
Maybe that's just you.
maybe. uh,
It's not just you.
yeah. Well, you can help with that. You've got invisibility and detect magic, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, hmm. Okay. Um, noted. Okay.
But yes, out of all the deities, Devandra is the heart of Goldship.
Okie dokie. Uh, is there any information that the king's family or any of the particular like relevant noble families that we've been talking about
Uh,
are especially related to her
oh,
worship or
yes,
yeah?
the, the, the Golden King themselves is said to be a direct descendant, even a demigod,
Oh, I see.
from the loins of
Okay.
Avandra,
Ah,
to
right.
be a
Okay.
mortal
It's
vessel upon this land
that
and lead this
it's that
city
kind
in
of
her
kingship.
name.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
And through
Um,
the tests of time, the people asked for no other.
mhm,
As long as his people were happy, the people wanted the Gold King to remain forever.
interesting. Okay. Uh, so I imagine we uh come back and share all this information or share whatever information we want to with each other. Uh, Zero looks deep in thought.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, you had a 25. So like, this book further goes into detail of like to encourage this freedom and trade and such. Is that that it would often be the case where the Gold King themselves would basically raid through the whole of the city, all of the districts, and should the king gaze upon a failing business or of a struggling family, then he would use his own coffers to let them get on their feet again, and would never ask for a silver or even a copper back. For his wealth is plenty for his family, but if his wealth is not enough for his people, then what sort of king is he?
Mm.
Well, it's a quote. So it's like, if my wealth is not
Yeah.
enough for my people, then what sort of king am I?
Gotcha. Mm. And this is the current king, or is this like an old king?
There's no mention of any other king in the book.
Mm. Just the king. I guess that makes sense for a
The Gold
religious
King.
text.
Yeah.
Doesn't really go into lineage. Just the king is the king. Um, okay. Uh, hmm.
There is a family tree, but it's what's strange is that that they've had a family, like a wife, partners,
Mhm.
children, but it basically goes on to irrelevance. It's like saying that uh I'm royalty because of my uncle on his father's side, like etc. etc.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. I'm satisfied with that information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyone else think of anything? Most of the day is gone. It's still raining outside, and perhaps because of the rain, the sounds of the ongoing siege are still going, but they're certainly quieter. Like the rain has certainly made some of the flames more difficult, and there's no point trying to do much about them. Although you just make smoke rather than actually burn anything. So, like for now, as you can see, like it's ongoing, with no new efforts are currently being made that you can hear. As is
Seems
sometimes the
that,
nature of the siege, honestly.
yeah, are the Inquisitors putting in some overtime?
Yeah, perhaps. Despite the rain, but there's still distant rumblings and yelling. Not quite as much thudding and crashing of things against surfaces.
Um, I found information that could be useful, but I do believe that it would take several more days of research to put it to actual use. And that time might be better allotted elsewhere.
And also remember, you cannot remove these books from the library.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which means I would have to remain here doing that, which would be a pain in the ass.
Hmm.
Um, the only other places I could think of that might have relevant information would be in the noble family's private libraries, or by off chance in the restricted section of this library. But getting in there would be a whole ordeal.
I was thinking about that as well. Hmm.
We do not know what sort of protections they have on it, if any.
Yes.
Um. hmm. The information I gathered isn't particularly useful to getting into the castle, or about anyone there. Although the change is certainly not in the hands of the king currently.
Definitely sounds like there's been a major change, as we already suspected.
Mhm.
If that's the case, then my map data might be very limited in what I get.
I mean, I'm not sure how much we could achieve with it, but I think best told we might just have to see about getting an audience with the king and seeing him for myself. For ourselves, I have the ability to ferret out extra planner and most other things,
Mm.
but if he's mind controlled, I'm not sure if that's something noticeable.
Uh, I can um I can protect him against uh charming, frightening, and possessing, but only against, as you say, the extra planner. Or undead.
Don't
Um,
touch them for that.
yeah. I mean, I do have it. I can cast it at a range of 30 feet as well, but that is far closer than it seems anyone has gotten in quite a long time. Um, I was just wondering if maybe we could just walk up to the gate of the castle and dispel this magical barrier that they have, but that might be seen as transgressive.
Might.
Yeah.
Well, magic, they can just cast it again, right? So,
Some magics take a year or more to
yes, but
fully
this
play.
seems to be placed down recently, so uh, it doesn't seem to be that sort of spell.
Hmm.
Um, hmm. well, we do have the clearance from the watch person to go into the noble district, but like from there. Hmm.
I mean, potentially. I mean, my research didn't turn up too much, unfortunately. But if we could find someone, a noble family we could trust, or that Lord preserve me, one that we could trick. And you can see he's like very like, oh, did I just say that?
Sarah smiles.
Into gaining us an audience with the king, as they already have trust as nobles of the upper districts. That could expedite the process.
That's possible.
We are keeping our voices down, by the way.
Yeah, or yeah.
Yeah, if that wasn't clear.
I just remember the last time we were talking about stuff.
The book
Yeah.
club. Yeah.
I had to make a line about book club.
I mean, yeah, I have the message spell. I could just cast message between us.
Celebrecht's keeping an eye on for any receptionists that would be coming their way.
Huh?
Nah.
Discord bugged.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
It's fixed
Bugs,
by just
kill them with fire.
leaving and rejoining. It's fine. Yeah.
Break out the flamer. Well, at least this rain might help a little bit. Keep fires from burning the gates too quick.
Well, it seems like we have a handful of options with varying levels of risk. What do we want to do first?
Well, I gotta wait around for those maps. Might seem strange if I asked for them only to not be here to receive them.
Oh, on the form was like to say where you were staying. They could be
Ah,
delivered
right.
there.
Okay.
On the off chance that you do wish to remain, we could attempt to investigate the restricted section to see if there's anything keeping us from going in and giving it a quick look around.
I'd be down for that. And brother, the sun doesn't isn't above making contact with the moon at some points in time.
His eyes like do that math meme where he's like trying to calculate what the meaning of that is. Just like
You've lost me, but I'm sure I agree with you.
All I'm saying is, the sun can be tricksy as well, in its own way.
I see. Okay, then. I like. He nods in acceptance, but under his breath, he's like, "But the sun just shines. It's very straightforward. What?"
Mirages.
Ow, mother bitch.
Oh, cat.
No, my hand is like. My fingers are breaking out in like this rash that's very painful.
Oof.
Oh.
Uh,
So how do we want to go about doing that?
um.
I
Well,
have access to invisibility and detect magic, but I can only cast one at a time.
yes.
I mean, I can cast detect magic
Mhm.
as well as see invisibility.
Mm,
What is the range of see invisibility?
I mean, it's self, and then
Self?
anything I can see, I can just see for as far as I can see. There's no range on it.
Rivet meant who can you target with it, but just didn't word it right.
uh, one person at
Okay.
a time, right? It's concentration.
Well, see invisibility isn't concentration. It lasts an hour, but it is only
Okay.
on self.
Oh, self. Yeah, yeah. Well, the first thing, considering the level of magic that we're dealing with the sorry, I'm really coffee today. Um, uh,
Get some
with
cream and
the
sugar.
no, yeah, I was expecting that joke. Um,
Took me much too long to understand that.
um, considering the magical barrier, which is like nothing I've ever seen. Um, it could be useful to detect whether or not there's magic in there that would dispel a an illusion such as invisibility. Um, although with protection from divination, if there are any scrying sensors or like magical tripwires, like that, sort to put it in a more
Magic
mundane
traps?
way, magic traps. Well, magic traps are usually more of abjuration, but if it's a detection type thing, like a book being moved, that would be detected, but we wouldn't be. However, so yes, I'm. I don't. it's it's weird being uh magically the most capable, but only uh not really knowing a lot about it. But yeah.
You have the most magic, but not the most knowledge about it.
Yes, I have 13 intelligence. Um,
So do I. Yes.
yeah, siblings. Um, so yeah, detecting magic would be useful and possibly throughout to see if there's like particular books or if they just detect if people are entering, which might be um able to be dispelled or bypassed by not being scryable. Um,
So the question is, because Rivet can cast invisibility on other people,
yes.
since I can do see invisibility and detect magic on myself, would I just want to take off my armor and let Rivet like invisible me so I can go in this section?
Problem is that you're not the best of investigation.
No,
Mm,
I'm not. But
yeah. Um, hmm.
Which
I
means you might not find the things that we need.
Hmm.
Rivet can cast See Invisibility, just not today.
Could be an idea to do another day then. For now we have that clearance to the next gate, right? So
I
we could
thought we
try
were
to see
in the
what we
Noble
can.
District.
No, this is. Oh, there's the Noble District. This is the Royal District. Is the next one.
Yeah, then the castle district, and the castle itself.
And correct me if I'm wrong, DM. We got told that we can go into the Royal District, or am I wrong?
No, you basically got clearance to operate within the noble district, but getting into the
Okay.
next one, maybe some guards would let you in, but it's not a guarantee.
Yeah, it's a,
Gotcha.
this lets us give us authorization here, and some of the guards might be like, "Oh yeah, you can extend that to this place."
Right. A little persuading can always go a little way. But yes, it would be very useful for it to be Rivet searching there. Not just because she's marginally more stealthy than you.
You don't know our stealth scores.
I can hear the way that you move around.
Also, my stealth mod is higher than yours.
Yes, I know. Because I have a negative dex, but that's not the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Um. Hmm. Uh. Hmm. Well. What do you all think? Of course, we could go in there, but not as efficiently. We could see how it goes with you, Kriv. But
The problem is, if we get caught, then that's just going to heighten their security for if we want to try again.
then we just don't get caught.
I think our best plan to get back there, with the least risk, would be for you and me, Sierra, perhaps to come back a different day.
Mm.
I can cast See Invisibility and Detect Magic. You can cast Invisibility on me.
Oh no, I can't.
You can't?
Uh,
Do you not have invisibility?
I have greater invisibility. It only lasts a short while.
Oh no.
See, invisibility isn't perception though, concentration though, so you can.
No, but Detect Magic is.
Oh right. Would you really? I guess you would need it for the abjurations. Although maybe it would just be more useful than see invisibility. However, that isn't the problem here. We have two concentrations.
Yeah, I can cast Invisibility or Detect Magic.
Yes. That is an issue.
Philbrick just looks up at the ceiling, thinking things are much simpler when you can just hit them with a hammer.
I mean,
He's not wrong, but
you could hit it with a hammer, but I would not recommend it.
I mean that's a distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Philbrick knows not every problem can be hit with a hammer. He's smart. Smarter than your average barbarian.
I could attempt to teach Blix how to cast invisibility, but I don't know if I'm ready for the consequences.
I don't think the world is ready.
Oh
for
no. Yes, invisible robot fox stealing all your staves and snacks, even though it can't eat them.
Looks
that.
down at Blinks.
Driving you crazy with just random crunching coming from nowhere.
Hmm. Oh, that's an idea. I can cast Major Image. However, that requires my eyesight and uh, is mostly immobile.
I forget what it was that I read or where I read it, but someone basically used major or minor image to basically just solid snake it, just like
Yeah,
image
just
of
like
a
make a
box.
box. Yeah. Yeah, Minor Illusion does that, but Minor Illusion you can't move, so it would have to be Major Image
Yeah,
or Silent Image.
they had
Um,
to move with them, so it must have been silent.
yeah. Uh, I mean, there's always Polymorph, but that won't be invisible. And you would be as dumb as a rat or whatever. You wouldn't be able to investigate so well. And neither would you be able to tell us when you want to not be a rat.
Mm.
Um,
Maybe if we chew on some cheese in a certain way.
Rather than relying on invisibility, let me just double check that I am in fact able to do this.
we could always check around for a magic shop to see if we can get a potion or something to get around this issue.
That is true. That would be greatly helpful as well. The
I'd love to get a
I
recipe.
could attempt to turn my cloak of protection into a cloak of elvenkind.
Mhm.
Which doesn't make me invisible, but does make me harder to spot.
Elbrecht still has head on swivel, make sure no one approaches.
Wait, am I able to do that right now? Have I chosen cloak of elvenkind? No.
Okay. Uh,
So scratch that.
yeah. Um, can we can at least walk over there and detect magic and see what the security looks like from outside. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Probably a good idea to do that now before we. How?
Uh,
What time is it? DM.
Uh, Now it's getting like you're starting to get hungry. It's getting towards evening dinner
Mm.
time.
Uh, hmm.
And is it possible to get is it possible to go to the entrance of the restricted section? Well, be near the restricted section's entrance nonchalantly? Or is it like out of the
Yeah.
way?
Okay. Hmm.
Like just so happen to be in the area because because there are other books nearby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, we could try that.
I'm down for it.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. For a brief thing like this, I could also just cast Greater Invisibility on you to, for your quick look, if you felt you needed it.
I will let you know.
Okay. All
So
right.
we'll just go over to the general area and scope it out a little bit.
Okay. So you're just gonna kind of walk on over there.
Meander.
Meander, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
In the general area as opposed to like directly towards it.
Maybe like check a few aisles. Like, oh, this is the children's aisle. Read some random smatterings of volumes of stories. Just pick them up, put them down, keep moving, that sort of thing. We can get some food right after. This sounds good. Good day of reading.
Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so yeah, nonchalantly walk on over. There are floor-to-ceiling what appear to be wrought iron gates. Stylized to not look like too totalitarian.
Mm-hmm.
There's hefty bars that go across at multiple intervals that seem to be connected to one singular lock in the middle. That when unlocked would be able to like pull all of these arms out of the locking area so that the gate can be moved. So are you just looking or are you starting with detect magic straight away? So sorry if I missed that like
Detect
that
magic
view.
definitely straight away.
Straight away. Okay.
And fuck it, see invisibility too. Do I have that prepared? Never mind.
No.
Yeah, you mentioned that you couldn't cast it today.
I have a brain in my head.
Do you?
No,
Rivet does.
All right.
But do you?
However,
I do not.
thankfully you don't need it. As you look between the gates, you can see at the far end where these bookshelves meet the wall, there are gargoyles perched as watchers over this section of the library, and they are giving off magic, as is the lock, the gate itself. Yeah, the lock and the gate itself. Which, again, they go floor to ceiling. And I'm not talking like the massive, big, domed, like, grand ceiling of the main library. This is like off to one of the sides where there's multiple floors. It's not the big open space.
Mhm.
Therefore, there's like 50 foot up or so is another floor above it. You're not sure what rooms are up there, but the security for this section, at least here, goes floor to ceiling.
Mhm.
With very clearly guardians in place.
All right. And there doesn't seem to be any sort of, I don't know, magical on-off switch nearby.
Make an investigation check.
Sure. Who knows? I might see something. Natural 20. Hey, remember when I rolled like 4 nat 1s last session?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nat
I
1s,
did.
actually. It looks like I just rolled under 10 the entire time.
All right. You're looking at it. And you're like, that's locked up tight. And then you notice that, there's a handful of librarians scattered around. Sorry, or more like, tome keepers. And there's one. And you notice a key on her hip that pings with your detect magic, and with your investigation, that's like, that key's for these gates. The magic's
Sick.
exactly the same. But no, there's no at location on off switch.
Well. Okay. So that's the guard, the librarian, who we either need to convince to let us in, or take the key from without them noticing. Do I intuit that the key would also make the gargoyles?
It all seems to be connected.
Okay, it all seems to be one magical system,
Yes.
so to speak. All right.
You also notice the keyring itself has a magical glow, but not the same as the key.
What does the key? Does it ping any type of magic?
Ooh, good question. I guess enchantment?
Huh.
That is a school enchanting.
Enchantment refers to like the manipulation of other people's emotional states mostly, and senses. Oh no, although that's illusion. But like,
Okay.
enchantment is a really just all over the place school of magic.
Wait, let me have a look real quick.
It spells like friends and encode thoughts as well as bane and bless.
Oh, it's conjuration.
Okay.
I have to quickly double check that. Yes, it is
So probably
enchanted with a conjuration thing.
probably the key ring will teleport back to whoever's attuned to it. Or something of the ilk. Okay. Okay. I forget. Is Sierra here with me?
I forget too.
Maxine, you are on mute.
Mm-hmm.
Are you here?
Yes.
Like with Privet, I mean.
Yes.
Cool.
30 feet away.
So 30 feet away.
So I can distant cast, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you with me?
Rivet will return to you.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with
Yeah,
you.
Just
So
over
with you.
here.
Yeah.
I'm with you from a
I'm
safe
social-
distance.
I'm social distancing, you guys. Yeah.
Rivet will rejoin with Sierra and reveal the information. The defense system being that the gate itself, the lock, and the gargoyles are all magically encoded. With it seems that if you invade the space without the key, gargoyles will probably activate. But the key is on the keyring of a specific librarian within the area. However, the keyring itself seems to have some sort of conjuration magic, which means it'll probably teleport when removed from their person. Though the key itself does not have any such magic.
Okay. What I would do for being able to walk through walls.
Do I have blank?
Hmm.
My cleric has it,
Mm,
but I'm a paladin right now.
mhm.
I do have blank.
Yeah.
It's
That would be dangerous to use because you might.
yeah, because it's a
never come
random
back.
chance. But
You blink first round, get in there. You're like, aha, cool, found the book. And then you wait the next 6 rounds waiting for it to blink again.
I have to I end up just rolling the ones, have to wait for the entire duration of the spell to wear off, and I have to cast blink again, and I never blink.
Yeah, I mean, you're not supposed to have a staring contest when you cast blink.
Did Sierra say that in character?
Yes.
Rivet just shoots you a glare.
Well, well, doesn't seem like we're going to be able to get in there.
I'm not so sure.
Oh,
As if we can manage to get the key off of the keyring, then
the key ring has the
the
enchantment.
key ring has the enchantment. The key is only enchanted to turn off the security system.
Well, detect magic should be able to detect. Well, we would have to identify which key it is, and maybe all of the key rings are magical.
Was it just the one key on the ring?
Oh no, there's many.
Were all of them magical?
Down.
A couple of them.
Get down.
A couple of them. Okay. Can I cast Seeming?
Seeming. Seeming's such a cool spell.
Just imagine you just trying to sneak up with someone and casually casting Seeming.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I was more thinking of making a duplicate that seems to give off the same magical aura as the key, swapping them, and then yada yada, we win.
In between steps are the ... spot, and then there's profit, right?
Yeah.
That's how capitalism works. I don't have any spells that particularly would help with stealing things.
I'm adding Seeming to the list of spells that an artificer absolutely should be able to cast but can't.
Oh, it's not on their list.
No!
Yeah.
I
I
think
don't
it's
care that
because
it's a level 5 spell. It's such a gimme.
If you want to cast it, I can take it, and then you can pretend that you're casting it when I cast it.
Tempest clerics should get Booming Blade. Fight me.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
once we get to
literally,
level 17.
Yeah.
I literally used a variant human to make a Tempest cleric to just have Booming Blade from the start
Nice.
to write things, to make things right.
Yeah.
And of course, she used a hammer.
Yeah.
And she can apparently fuck up
I think those are
statues.
Well, I think it's telling when the most I can do is some illusions and maybe prestidigitation, but I can't. Oh, prestidigitation I could. Well, that only lasts a round, right? The object thing.
None of us are stealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Or
you're not
able to
stealthy.
steal things. We don't have sleight of hand.
You're hella
Yeah.
strong. You are not
Yeah.
stealthy.
Rivet and
Yeah.
Sarah are tied for sleight of hand.
Yeah. And that's at 2.
Yeah.
Your party makes up this beautiful little multi-tool, but every tool on it is some form of blade or hammer. Like,
Yeah. Or yeah.
I think the most subtle thing on this toolkit is a chisel.
Yeah. Probably.
Which makes for a very interesting challenge when attempting to do an investigation mission.
I know. I know.
Well, we could look into the potion thing. I made these healing potions a while back, and I really enjoyed it. So I was wanting to look into making other types of potions as well. So maybe we can find an apothecary or something in this district, but the shopping's all outside, mostly I suppose. But we should report back to the others and go get something to eat, I suppose. Night's rest. This isn't happening today.
At least you spent the day discovering some extremely useful and relevant information.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now you're wondering if I meant that sincerely or not. And I will answer your question right now. Maybe.
Oh no. Jeez. Yeah.
The Queen of Bones toys with us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okie dokie. Yeah, okay. We report back to Crib and Thobrecht.
They definitely made sure no mischievous kids get into the bad books.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
it's more
could
powerful
you-
than
wait.
the blackout curtain.
Out of character for a second. Could you imagine if we go through all this effort to go back there and it just turns out it's the smut section?
It's the 18 plus blacked off section in the bookstore.
Yeah, it's the one that you need parent clearance.
It's
The key
literally
is inoperable unless you're 18 or older.
the whole
Um,
school of enchantment is in that locked off section. Like,
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. In character. Okay. Okay. Well, it is still an idea to go in there, but it's very difficult.
I mean, alternatively, we could just attempt to convince that one librarian that we are doing the right thing, which we are.
Yeah, that's possible. Of course, with that mindset, we could also go into the Royal District and see what we can do there. Not everyone is.
And also, it is, of course, incredibly risky.
Yes.
I think
I mean,
every
the
option
worst they can do
is.
is say no, right? Right.
I mean, I think the worst thing they can do is report us to the royal family and then have us executed.
Well, at least then we
And our
might be
cover's
able
blown.
to see the royal family.
Yes, I believe we would get a good view of the king from the chopping block.
Well, not that they would be able to catch us. um. Well, hmm. Well, I'm starving, so let's
Yes, it
go
is
get
time we
back to eat.
retire.
There is the sweetest, most pure yet deceiving tummy rumble from Sarah.
Yeah, it's either the inner growl of her growing mama bear status, or it's just her stomach.
Wow, I'm hungry for mischief.
Exactly. It's only natural. On the way to back to the inn, I guess, I'd like to see if I can see any, like, apothecaries or potion makers. I mean, if there are any in the Noble District.
All right. It is raining. It is also getting, the sun's going down.
Yep.
So make a
I
survival
do
check.
have dark vision, but I'm not sure that really helps with rain. Okay, survival.
I can see. Ow! I can see rain in my eyes.
My eyes are very sensitive.
I'll help,
Yeah.
so advantage.
Okay.
20.
Oh, thank God.
That's good. Yeah, the sex would have been awful. Yeah.
All right. So you're heading back. Boop-bitty-bitty, boop-bitty, boop-bitty. And you see this. rather unseeming, perfectly little square building at the crossroads where there is also the general store and the tavern you're staying in.
Mm. Okay.
And it says, perfectly potent potations on the front of it. Well, actually, no, it's like got a hanging sign as a potion bottle, but then on the window on the outside, it's quite a long window. They have that really nice like window art where it's just, in this like wavy, um, wavy pattern for the writing. It says perfectly potent quotations. And like
Okie
as the words like wibble wobble up and down, it's got like various colored smokes coming out of some of the letters.
Ooh. Does it seem to be open?
Yeah, the door is open slightly. It's been pushed like two, you imagine, because of the rain.
Okay. Well, I'm at coming to the crossroads. Sierra sort of looks between uh, the tavern and the potion. Perfectly potent potables. What potion? What was the word?
Potations.
Potations. Okay.
Potations.
Bodacious. Yes.
Wait, where did this orange square come from?
Hmm. Uh.
That was the one.
The library.
Wait. No.
Oh, right, yeah, I clicked and dragged all
Oh,
of
you
you.
moved it. Okay. Okay. I need to be reminded. What are these other points of interest?
Okay, we got the Grand Theater.
Oh, that's okay. That's connected. Gotcha.
We have going back to my notebook. The Manon Estate. The library, of course. And then we have
Yeah.
the main church of the city.
Okay. All right. Okay. Screw it. I'm gonna go into the potion place. Perfectly potent. Potent.
Quotation.
Okay.
Potables. Pokemon.
PPP. I'll just call it that. Potations. Okay. I need to write that word down.
Thelbrick's, the gears in Thelbrick's heads are turning.
Uh-oh.
Because Manon was an actor, right? And that family was fighting another family. Was that other family the one that owns the theater? And there's just some squabble over a freaking play going on here.
Maybe. I mean,
The account that you heard from the innkeeper did mention those two families. So the research you've done showed them to like at least the time that that's speaking about, they were very close.
except the nature of the conflict was more than just a theater, right?
I don't think we found out why.
Okay. We can.
Nobles.
A lot of the conflicts that happened, especially in the older history, were just kind of Over nothing.
Okay. I guess I'm not too well versed in uh, society's functions.
Yeah, the book about those two kind of ended after the death of Manon and mentioned his son taking up his mantle in the theater, and then that's kind of like that was like the end of that book on that period of time.
Oh yeah, Antle and Mantle. Gotcha. Um. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to the potion place. If anyone wants to go with me, uh,
Do
go.
you even have to ask?
Or
Subrick would take up sentry outside.
It's a single-story stone-walled building with carved wooden doors. They have elaborate designs on them, and a number of the wooden, uh, I guess bricks, blocks. Sorry, the stone uh, have like arcane designs on what appear to be the cornerstones of the building.
Mm.
And also along the top of the door frame are a number of arcane sigils. Even just looking at them, Skylar, those are some wards.
Marvelous.
But as you head inside, there is the all too familiar bright blue hue of an ever-burning flame. The walls inside this place are covered in more arcane designs. In places, you swear you see scribblings of some formulas. So with the light, you can't really read them too well. Like it's like lit in here, therefore your dark vision doesn't exactly help trying to discern it. As the flames flicker and such, it kind of makes you go cross-eyed a little, trying to
Mm.
read these designs on the walls. And of course, as you enter, you see sitting behind a counter, also reading a book and smoking a pipe, is a fellow that is dressed not in the practical clothes of an alchemist, but it seems almost like the comfortable, wizardly gown of someone just trying to show that they are a wizard. Like, but at the same time, they might also not have planned to leave for the day, therefore they've stayed in their very nice
Their
robes.
Yeah. Okay.
They have curly chestnut hair that has a couple of curls of gray within it. Mutton chops that kind of go all the way to the hinge of the jaw. But then it's kind of like fades to perhaps an unsuccessful attempt to grow a beard, or perhaps a style choice. They look up, and as they turn towards you, you notice that this is definitely intentional. They have quite a strong jaw and a rather noble chin. But these mutton chops kind of like accentuate. And they look upon you with a polite smile. They set that book down on the counter. Face down. Good evening to you. I am Legionnaire. I am, of course, not the Peter you may have been expecting from the name of the store. But still, I am here for your business. If you wish to tell me what you need. The rest of the sign is true, of course. We make only the most potent of potents. Yeah.
Okay. Sierra tries to hide behind Rivet.
3 feet tall.
Yes, I fail.
Okay.
You look like you now
take
just look like
that automatic natural 1 on stealth. Yeah.
you now just look like a mother standing behind that child, like hands on
Yes.
shoulders, like
Yes.
go on now, sweetie.
Yeah.
Oh, stretch, posture, hydrate. Also, this is about the break time, but you're about to start
Yeah.
conversation. So, did you want to
We
first
could
or a break to
have
think
it
of what you're gonna
after.
say?
I don't think it's super
Yeah, I
important
think
to have it right now. We can have it
Yeah.
after.
I need to grab some food real quick.
Oh my god, extreme! Is that a Shenpai emote? No, it's
What?
arrow. Okay.
Same person.
Wait, no. Yeah, no, that is from Shenpai's. Yeah. Yeah. I like Shenpai. Shenpai's cool.
Yeah.
Boxer.
Yeah, Boxer. Wow. So anyway, we're gonna go on a little break. Everyone hydrate, stretch as was demanded,
Woohoo.
and yeah, get yourself ready to come back for this potent potion selling. Flying, I should say. Be right back. I'm gonna still be here, by the way, everybody. I'm just gonna be muted for a bit while I sort out my own hydration stuff, but I can answer some questions about the campaign if you wish to ask them. I'm back.
Me too.
Ba ba da ba da ba. Ba da ba da ba ba. Ba da 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 ba.
Now that I think about it, I want to look at that.
Wow. Just waiting on Maxine. Yeah, everyone hydrated? Everyone had a good stretch?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I took a nap.
Really? Wait, what?
I'm tired.
Yeah. I just didn't think you had to do one in 10 minutes.
That's standard for me.
Power nap.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Alright, so back to potions.
Yeah. But page. Oh. Hot. I don't know.
Vita's Vita's potion potations and pot seller.
Sure. Corner store. Okay.
Peter's potent weed.
Yeah.
no,
Okay.
no. Pots over
No.
there. Just a bunch of handcrafted pots. Like
Yeah, he's a gardener.
Of sorts.
Ceramics. Um.
Uh,
So Sierra hides behind Rivet, but then speaks up, unexpectedly. I was, uh, I'm not sure what I'm looking for, but I was looking around for a place just like this.
well, you found it.
Mhm. Uh, I'm nervous that
I'm sorry. Am I making you uncomfortable?
I'm afraid neither of us are particularly good in social situations.
Huh.
Fortunately, I have a spell for this. If you are okay with me casting within these walls.
By all means.
Okay.
Rivet will cast Enhance Ability, Eagle Splendor, on
okay.
herself,
Oh,
and then Entangle.
oh, oh! I see. You become
As uh, Screwdriver falls out of her hair, turns green,
Yeah.
And after a second comes to, it's like, oh,
Oh, that's quite
right.
the transformation.
Well,
Yes.
well, Rivet, if you can hear me, the problem with this is the Tangle doesn't really know anything about magic.
Rivet, however, has a list of useful potions.
Okay.
So, and also the Tangle is proficient in Arcana.
Okay.
So, I have a small list of various potions I've been looking for. If you would be able to help me out. And also, I enjoy collecting and getting a hold of potions of a variety of interesting persuasions. If you have any unique potions on offer, but more specifically, and okay. Rivet will start with, you wouldn't happen to have any potions of vitality in the area, would you?
Not in our current stock. Though, of course, we could have one made, given appropriate time.
Alright,
Not not to interrupt, but I was, if this is possible, I was also interested in recipes, if possible.
They lean in and, like, put their fingers together to make an arch, like, thoughtfully. Big animal. Oh, wait, yeah, I'm still on this side once. Yeah. Pop it up.
Oh my gosh, Tex caught a spiritomb. Lucky.
Ah,
Wait, I can still catch. No, I know it's been caught. Damn.
damn. Well, I do sell a particular tome for the potion crafting enthusiasts. So, of course, some of our more potent recipes are, well, they're our own.
I see. Yeah, I'm very much interested in that. Rivet, Tangle, whatever. You can continue. Sorry.
no worries. I'm you mentioned you don't have potions of this like on offer. What potions do you have on immediate for immediate sale?
Oh, given the current mood of the place, we have 2 bottles of oil of etherealness. We have a potion of fire giant strength, frost giant strength, and of course, should I find someone with enough coin and worry over the current rebellion, storm giant strength.
Woof. That's something.
Of course, along a number of potions of healing and some of superior healing. And a potion of gaseous form for someone who needs to get out of a jam. As you can tell, we've been focusing on things that are in high demand at the moment.
Understandable.
Although some of these people that come for such items, I swear are so feeble that our potions will be too potent for them. It work too well on their bodies that aren't used to needing such things. But that is their prerogative.
Hmm. I see.
Oh, and one potion of lightning resistance that was made when there was a series of bad storms, but we still have one of those.
Yes. And what would the potion of gaseous form go for, out of curiosity?
Let me see. Form G. 300 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm. And you did earlier mention the ability to request potions to be made.
Of course, a potion of vitality, you said. Since it's been to order, there will be a slight addition to the fee for the dedicated time away from our usual stock. And therefore, one potion of vitality goes for... Let's just round it up a little for the time. I have 1,000 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm. Understood. I was also interested in a potion of maximum power. If
Maximum
you
power?
have the ability to create that, yes. I've been burning the candle at both ends.
Of course. Max.
You might have to turn on partnered content on D&D Beyond. It's from Wildmount.
Excellent. Oh. You must plan on going off into battle.
More or less, more hoping I don't have to cast a spell more than once.
Ah.
Getting the most out of every spell can be valuable.
Right, something that powerful. I mean, there's only one use. So. Ooh. Given the power of it, I would probably put it about the same price.
Mm-hmm. So about 1,000. Understood.
It bends the very fabric of magic itself to, well, draw out as much
Increase the
potential
potency
from
of...
you as it can.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned an oil of etherealness.
Yeah.
What would that cost? Out of curiosity.
Oh, that's going up a bit. You can imagine such a spell has many uses,
Mm-hmm.
and that we are in the nobles district, of course. Having such a means of escape. Current price, given the higher than usual demand, that will probably see you about 2,000 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I see.
I once had a fellow come in and buy one and then start stripping off his clothes. I had to inform him that he did not require to be naked for it to work.
I see.
But he slathered that on as quick as he could and he was gone. Very funny hat. Like an undercooked roll, sort of drooped around his head. With a large feather on top.
You did mention potions of healing as well as superior healing?
Yes, we have both.
And would I be right in assuming that these potions go for their regular prices?
I can clearly see you're not one of the panic-driven residents who are currently around here. And so, yes, for yourself,
Marvelous.
we were to go for what you would expect. 450 gold for the superior. And of course 50 gold for the standard.
Very good.
I'm here to turn a profit, not rob people who are actually requiring these items for something other than paranoia.
Yes, indeed. I do hope that all that's going on does resolve itself rather soon.
Well,
Would be
given
ashamed to
that
see
you're,
anything dangerous happen.
yeah. No. Given the source of all of this, I would imagine us merchants won't exactly be in the, in line for the chopping block, as it were.
Mm-hmm. The... Oh, hold on. I have to double check what I'm trying to say. You mentioned potions of Frostfire and Storm Giant Strength.
Yeah.
I happen to be aware of a party who might be interested. What do those usually go for? Or what are you currently selling them for?
Let's see. Well, from top to bottom.
God, see prison strength score. As Barbara wanted. If it was
Alright.
just for an hour.
We have fire, frost, and storm. Which I'm sure you're aware of how potent this one is. And there is a
Yes,
very
indeed.
securely sealed container of a square porcelain jar, wax sealed, with what appears to be a ribbon-like chainmail strip going like across and then over the other way. So, starting at the bottom. Cross giant strength will start you off at 1,000 gold. Skipping stones straight to fire. That will set you back a healthy 2,500 gold pieces. And the quite legendary potion of storm giant strength here. As humble as it looks in this handcrafted porcelain jar. Things you could simply make gone with the strength of your fingertip. Ah. But yes, given its strength and rarity, It is 5,000 gold with this.
Mm-hmm.
There are many magical items that you could have permanently for that money. But such power is not so easily found. Oh,
yes.
and also here we have right here, when they reach over and they pull a book off a rack, you slap it on the counter. For yourself, 250 gold pieces for the potiononicom. That should contain all widely available and some advanced potion recipes.
Yes. How many potions of healing do you have on hand?
We have 2 healing, 2 superior.
2 healing and 2 superior. Well, I think for the time being, I would be happy to relieve both of those healing potions, as well as 1 superior potion, and this tome from you. And I am quite interested in continuing my services here. But as you might have surmised, I have some quite important business of my own to attend to. I would be glad to regard this shop as one of my frequent visits if perhaps you would be willing to offer some sort of discount for my patronage.
750 gold pieces. That's practically 1 free healing potion.
No persuasion roll?
If he's just for how direct and honest you were with being like, hey, can I get a discount? He's giving you that. Any more may need a persuasion roll. That's up to you. He's like, I like the cut of your jib. 50 gold off. Like,
I can't medicate him.
50 gold out of... No, yeah. Yeah, no, I really want to get Felbrecht those strength potions, but I just don't have the capital to even negotiate it down.
Dobrik has 1490 on him.
Yes.
He's outside. He doesn't hear this.
Yeah, and...
And Tangle doesn't know money.
Tangle has 8 intelligence and wouldn't necessarily make that connection, so it's entirely up to whether Sierra would be like, ooh, I should ask Thobrik.
Well, I mean, I also have nearly 2,000 gold on me, but I'm not interested. I already got my strength item.
Freaking Frost gave me a +1 strength.
I don't mean to push, but I would rather keep some of my resources well available for the time being. Surely there is something a little more you could knock off the price here. As you mentioned, I am not using these in great panic. Rather for much more, although I wish I could tell you much more important purposes. $18.
Double 9s.
Yeah. Had advantage, but whelp.
some of these reasons wouldn't have to involve any form of rebellion, would they?
I have absolutely no intention of causing any more trouble than has already been caused.
Ah,
Tangle doesn't.
Can I? Yeah. Can I roll an insight check to see, like, with
What he thinks?
with his attitude? Yeah, is he pro rebellion or is he pro king?
In fact, if it is in my power, I would quite enjoy if things could be settled peacefully, as opposed to through violence.
mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead and make your insight roll.
Oof, 12.
12, kind of hard to read.
Oh.
You can tell maybe he's looking for like a specific answer, but
Mm. Mm.
well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to take this. He picks up a little card off the counter. He's gonna get out a little stamper. Tap 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 on the ink. Stamp onto it. If you plan on frequenting this place quite often, then take this. Next time you come into the shop, then you can make use of a 10% discount. And then, of course, if you frequent this shop 10 times or more, that increases to a 20% discount. And my previous offer still stands.
And does this discount apply to the previous offer as well? As a sort of combined offer, are they two separate things I should be?
Oh, I suppose since you have the card, I must disregard my 50 gold off and give you the 10% on the total, which would be 80 gold off. So that's 720 gold with your new card.
I believe that is quite agreeable.
Why?
And Tangle takes longer to a little bit of time to figure out where Rivet has her
Figure
gold.
money, yeah.
But eventually, because
And Sierra
God-
helps with the denominations if
gods thank Rivet for being the type of person to keep her gold in separate 10 gold bags.
yeah, yeah. Pulls out 72 of them.
72 of them are placed onto the table.
But yeah,
Mm.
may they serve you well. Because given the current climate, they're not like they used to be. Things used to be much better. And long live the king.
Long live the king.
Yeah.
And Rivet, Tangle turns around, turns back into Rivet. Rivet stumbles and then catches herself and just continues to walk out with the stuff. That's not
Well,
true.
Okay. I mean,
She has the tome with her.
Sure. Conservative. Okay. Well. Oh yeah, she has the tome. Okay.
Yeah, no. She
yes,
bought the tome.
Sarah's
she bought the
cut off
tome.
guard stands there and waves goodbye and runs out.
They wave back. But yes,
Okay.
you now have your own copy of the Potionomicon.
Yeah. Well,
Rivet makes it out the door, round the corner, and then immediately collapses.
okay.
With all the potions in
Step
hand.
aside of the door.
Dobrik would have caught her because he was sentryed right outside the door.
Potionomicon. Adding that to my inventory.
Yes.
Well, that was a close call. I'm glad I didn't talk so much because I imagine that might have tipped him off that we're not on his side politically.
Question, DM, how long did that take?
What was about a 20-minute exchange?
Oh, 20 minutes?
Like it was just talking and then exchanging. There wasn't really much else going on.
I'm more interested in knowing whether or not it's over 10 minutes because I believe 10 minutes is my maximum for one level of exhaustion.
Oh,
Oh, you get exhaustion from that?
you know what? Yeah, we'll say 10
That's where my
minutes.
exhaustion comes from. Okay, cool.
Like taking out the in character, the outer character. Like, what do I say next? I think that's a 10-minute exchange.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, above table, when I swap to the Tangle, I have 10 minutes at one level of exhaustion, an hour at 2, 3, 8 hour, either 4 or 8 hours at 3, and it continues like that in the same pattern, I believe, as extended spell.
Okay.
The things you get when you let someone else drive your body.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
If I was
Yeah.
willing to die immediately upon ending the condition, I could take 6 levels of exhaustion.
For an hour of it? Yeah.
It's basically
Yeah.
yes, you permanently become the Tangle. If you try to switch back, you just
Yep.
die. Like
That's
Yeah.
it.
It's a similar thing to the my twin spell life transfer. It's making me break.
yes.
Okay. Let's get across the street to the inn and get this book out. I'm so excited.
But yes, also remember above table. What you've learned is, of course, that things did used to be a lot better. Like there wasn't so much of a divide between the people.
Right.
The king was more public, and would
Generous.
Yeah.
be coming around the city. Like freaking parading, almost like Prince
So
Ali.
he would have been a right. This guy, it isn't. He's a benevolent king, so it's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So,
It's
Ravet tucked under Dobrek's arm.
benevolent dictators, sure, but yeah.
No, I meant just in regards to that person
Yeah.
being like,
Gotcha. Yeah.
"Long live the king."
Yeah. The king is dead. Long live the king. Yes. Yeah. Let's get across the street.
Do you need me to carry you, Rivet?
Yeah. Sierra comes in carrying Rivet.
Again, what did you walk out holding all these potions? Like,
We have a bag, right?
I do have a
As a-
bag of holding
Yeah.
as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Makes my handy haversack seem useless.
It's kind of useful.
they have
Yeah.
their limits, therefore it's still very useful.
Mhm.
And also, you can micro.
Both have their uses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, we could just create an ultimate
we-
fuck you nuke with
Yeah,
them
we
if
can
we
put
wanted
one
to.
in the other. Yeah.
Rivet says, "I'm okay. I just need a minute."
Slumps into the tavern.
Finds the nearest chair.
I'd
I'm
imagine,
fine.
like, for some reason, Rivet's in the front, the door's shut, it's raining. Therefore, like, from the inside, they just see the handle move and the door slide open, and then, like, just Rivet just on the floor as the door moves out the way. Like,
All right.
Dobrek,
Hmm.
they had potions that could augment your strength. Make you extraordinarily powerful. If maybe for shorter periods of time. I know they are within your purview, but they were not within my budget. And Tangle did not think to ask you about them. So...
Okay.
Worth a
Uh,
second visit.
Yeah, I am going to pick up the book and flip through it, just see like if there's a table of contents, if I'll need to like flip through every time I need to find something.
Hey.
What kind of things are in it?
Yeah, there is a table of contents. It's pretty much just straight up alphabetical.
Cool.
Uh, by the potion name, of course.
Mhm.
And if I could
Healing
quickly
potion.
ask,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
just what is the potion of healing status of the party?
I have 6
Okay.
and a greater.
Okay. Thoughtrick.
Nothing.
Okay.
I believe
No, wait.
Kriv
I've
might
got
have
one
some.
potion of healing.
One potion. Okay. Kriv.
I have 1 potion of healing.
Okay. Rivet has a greater potion of healing and jawbreakers.
Yeah.
And no, 3 potions of healing, a greater potion of healing, and jawbreakers. I don't know where I don't know why these are counted as separate items. The
Oh,
2 potions
because,
of healing and the 1 potion of healing,
yes.
but
The potions of healing aren't treated as magic items because they're in the PHB.
also because they're common.
Yeah.
But Rivet will give 2 the potions of regular healing to I think Kriv, and then the potion of superior rather, to Thorek, because health pools.
Right, so how many potions is that?
Plus 2 regular potions of healing.
Right, I now have 3 of these things.
Yeah.
I imagine we can like talk later about this, but I imagine it'll take me a while to learn recipes in here.
What the book does is lower the window for mishaps, I'll say.
Mm,
But of
okay.
course, you know, making a potion, while it is just like following a recipe, you do get better with it in time. So like,
Mm,
but that's like a long time. So as now, you're just basically following the standard potion making rules.
gotcha.
Like I'd always thought like, oh yeah, you can just go ahead and make those potions for this money at this time. I'm like, but how do they know the recipe? Like,
Rivet is not
The
an
way that I
alchemist.
made the potions before was an herbalism kit, which I have, and proficiency. So
yeah.
Same with
that's
Philbrick.
that thing. But I imagine it'll be more difficult for other ones. So
Yeah, things
will,
that go from herbalism to straight up potion making. Like, yeah. Like you don't have
yeah, I will
proficiency, but you have the book,
certainly,
which help.
yeah. Are some of them like alchemist supplies instead?
Isn't there a
So an herbalism kit makes potions and healing type stuff.
It makes potions of healing and anti venom or whatever.
Yeah.
Anti-poison.
Alchemist supplies is like alchemist fire and smoke screens and that kind of thing.
Poison.
No, poison is poisoner's kit.
Yeah,
Oh, yes. I meant acid.
acid. Yeah.
acid
Okay.
blade?
And then I guess magical stuff, more magical stuff might be arcana kind of thing. Combined with some skill check.
Yeah, it's Arcana.
Okay.
Having just looked through Xanathars.
Well, I will certainly read through and be calling out that I'm making potions if we have downtime or travel time.
And Rivet would be happy to help you, because
Yeah, I don't. I'm not
obviously.
very good at the magical stuff, but yeah, Rivet's very
Who knows,
good.
given enough time, maybe you could gain proficiency.
Yeah, that's the thing that you can do with downtime. skill proficiencies and tool proficiencies. Yeah, this is very cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have book debt.
Book get. Okay, awesome. Okay.
But yeah, Elbrick either probably sometime tomorrow would go buy the Frost Giant potion.
Yeah, that was the
1,000 gold.
1,000 gold.
Yeah, because even with 10% discount, I could not afford either of the others.
Okay.
Yeah.
How far off are you from the other one?
I'm at 1490, so with
Ah.
10% discount for 2,500 would still be like 2,250. So yeah, so 800 off. About
Alright. I thought you had 2,000 and were like 250 off, and I would have just
No.
shunted the rest, but whoop.
I'm low at
No.
2,000. I've got about 1,900.
So we got the
I wish Many-Handed Pocket was still an infusion.
What the heck is that?
It's like a bag of holding, except okay. Anybody who has sorry. The artificer can designate certain pockets which are linked to the same physical pocket. So a pocket on my jacket and a pocket on someone else's jacket, they stuck their hand like in the right pocket. They would lead to the same space.
Wait, so you could hold hands with someone who's far away?
Yes.
Oh, well.
And also you can do
And
things
no one
like
would know?
put a discount card in the many-handed pocket so that any person in the entire party, and there was no limit on the number of openings you can use. So any person who has access to the pocket can just reach and take out the discount card and have it without having to retrieve it from another person. It also meant stuff like spell storing item became unbelievably overpowered.
Yeah, I see that. Like, don't worry about
And
who has to carry the quest important item. You all are now carrying it. Yeah, I can see why
it
that
allowed
was.
for things such as
Well,
stick your hand in your pocket to instantaneously receive like 5 no, how many is it? Hold on. Hold please. 5 independent casts of Cure Wounds. Tiny servant actuated robots were fucking insane.
Yeah. Also, you could just put your hand in your pocket, and then the cleric could reach their hand in the pocket and fucking cast a touch spell on you.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it allowed for that level of stuff, but it certainly allowed for creatures that are inside the pocket to cast spells on anybody who goes into the pocket. So, yeah. But also, it's so cool.
Yeah.
I know why it doesn't exist anymore. I just think that's stupid.
Alrighty, so Right, so everyone's in the tavern now. Anything else wanting doing this evening?
It was the potion shop. Wonder if I could find. I mean, I think I've got decent scrolls. What I got right now. It was catapult and hypnotic pattern. I think I'm okay.
Okay.
Same.
There's some planning discussions and stuff, or no? Okay.
Rivet does continue working on. What is she working on? Cloaks of Protection. And completes one.
Nice.
Which means I'm gonna change her infusion, because she doesn't have that as an infusion anymore.
With that, everyone gets a long rest.
Long rest, yay! Alright. Long rest. Oop. See here, spells. What am I using for spells? I think I've got some good ones. Alright. Hey, the exhaustion goes away.
Oh, yes.
Indeed. Rip in pieces. Any pocket.
Yeah, it's such a cool thing.
But what?
Yeah. It is incredibly fucked because rules is written. You only need to have 2 within 100 miles of each other. So you could have 2 pockets on one person and 2 pockets on another person and have infinite cross-planar communication.
Neat.
You could peasant railgun with a shit ton of pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Never
You
understood.
could do a lot of really fucked up stuff with it, and like it broke the game, but I wish it were
Yeah.
real. I wish it were still a thing.
The concept of the peasant railgun is that passing an item and then holding your action to pass an item will always happen within the same 6 seconds, no matter how ridiculous that is.
Before it gets to extreme velocities.
Which, yeah, it shouldn't make sense because, first of all, once it gets fast enough, how are they grabbing and passing it? And second of all, wouldn't they just hurt all the peasants?
And also the
Leave it alone.
projectile and the peasants would incinerate after a
Better
certain
to
speed.
Yeah, better to just, I don't know, make a catapult. Something mundane and actually works in real physics.
I prefer ballistae, but that's just me.
Yeah. So what all potions did we get? We got the strength potions and some healing potions.
We got 3 healing potions in the book, I think.
In the book? Okay.
Yeah.
Right, right, gotcha. They have the strength potions. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. Um. Okay. Right. I'm just noting down like some potions that are gonna be useful, but not all of them. We can probably go over the mechanics of it later on it some other time.
Yes. All right, and
How like practicing works and stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Sorry, my brain went to the fact that the druid in her very comfortable hoodie turns into a mouse, sneaks into a place, and then starts pulling all of her friends out of the many-handed pocket. As they all like have reduced cast on them, hop into the paladin's pocket, and then like they just have a spare
Yeah.
jacket that the paladin then just like throws over themselves. Like,
You
pocket
can
first.
kind of do that with a portable hole, just like it would have to be within 10 minutes, but you can uh just like, oh, one person's walking into our hideout. Fine, I guess they can have an audience with the bandit leader, and then bam, fold out the carpet. 6 people fly out. Yeah.
You just throw like a frisbee and it just goes splat on the ground, and then people start pouring
Yes.
out of it.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah.
If I miss this throw, all of my friends die.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Richard?
Yeah. The mage is fine, he plane shifts out, but the rest are dead.
Yeah. I'm
Well,
glad you
those
knew
who
what
don't
video I
need
was thinking of. Okay, anyway, back on track, back on track. Um. Okay. Right. You get a long rest. You get your breakfast. And you have your little morning meeting planned for the day. What is the goal?
Hmm.
Oh,
Well,
I'm sorry.
freaking villager noise. Um, um, so we have a few directions we could take here. We could go back to the library and see if we can pull a heist off. Of course, we're talking like in our room or something. Um, or we could investigate this quarrel about the theater. Um, I'm kind of interested in going to the church um to
Gee.
see what's up over there. Uh, we could split up, try to cover more ground with that.
Okay.
Um, well, I'm definitely wanting to go to the church, see what's if there's anything of interest there.
Okay.
My only plan is to get that potion of frost strength.
So first protocol. Heading across the street. Get yourself that potion. 1,000 gold. Thank you much.
Discount card. 900 gold.
900 gold.
And that's get the punch card out, like the
Yeah. You have 2 stamps on it.
Cool. Alrighty.
Add to backpack. Potion of frost giant. strength.
Also, the card like has each stamp is like a step in like the potion making like process. It's got like
Aw.
ingredients and then like empty beakers, and it's got beaker with water in it, and it's got like on top of a like some fire, and then like
It's cute.
pestle and mortar, and then like adding in small quantities, and the color changing in the
Mixing.
bottle, and then like
Yeah.
mixing, and then back on the heat. And then like the last one is just the potion with like a little like ta-da like cartoon explosion
Cool.
behind it. Like no, I like a puff of a smoke cloud of like wow.
Yeah.
Oh. Thank you kindly. And back to the rest of the party.
Okay. All right. So this is to be discussed among all of you, of course. Whether to split up, go to a single place together.
Well, 3 of us are trained in religion. Not sure about Rivet.
Believe it or not, no.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah, no, Rivet can't, but she does have high intelligence, so she can't not be helpful.
Rivet's plus to religion is the same as mine, even though I have proficiency.
Yeah, same.
+5.
Rivet has the same modifier as all of the rest of you. It's just that she was not trained in this shit.
She
Yeah.
reads books and she knows things.
Yeah. Meanwhile, somehow Syrah's also like the best at performing here.
Which means that in canon, until like our proficiency bonus got this high, Rivet knew more about religion than Kriv did.
Who was raised as an acolyte in a church.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Sierra, who was like I don't know, just had dreams.
Who has a little bit of God in her.
Yeah, a little bit of divine
just
power.
just a touch.
Yeah. Well, unless Kriv wants to go to the church with Sierra, we could he was investigating the you were investigating the theater, right?
Yeah, mostly I was investigating the theater because like a lot of these conflicts sort of started up with that whole shebang, but I don't think
It might not be related.
Yeah, much didn't come out of it from my library research, but that might have been low roll or
It might have just been the spark that lit the fire.
Yeah. Well, I for one
If
am
Kriv
going
does want to go to the theater, then Rivet will go with him. But if Kriv is going with Sierra to the church,
Kriv is more at home in a
Albrecht's
church
going to
than
the
a
church.
theater.
I don't think any of us are particularly at home in a theater.
None of us are the bard.
No, I mean Dobrik just like pulling the china shop.
Oh god, you're not stealthy, you're not artistic.
I mean, I've got a +2 to performance, so
I think that's no, it's not the highest modifier, but
yeah, I mean that's just my base charisma. I'm not. I'm trained in intimidation.
Yeah. You're a practical party. You solve practical problems.
I love Rivet so much. I'm gonna play. If we do another campaign after this, I'm gonna play a dumb, charismatic motherfucker.
The tangle.
I am swapping around.
Oh,
Ah,
sure.
ever I play another campaign. Wizard. Wizard.
It
Wizard.
it.
I will know all of the spells.
Fuck you, fireball!
I supported a Kickstarter where it came up with like some subclasses. Oh, the one for wizard was Eldritch researcher or something like that. So you get, in addition to the wizard spell list, access to the warlock spell list.
Ooh.
And it's just like, okay, I see you.
Eldritch, just kidding. Fireball.
I mean, Eldritch Fireball sounds like a fun spell.
Force damage fireball.
Inky black necrotic fireball.
I feel Eldritch Fireball would be more like a psychic fireball.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Considering the order of scribes can change out the element of the spells that they cast.
Anyways, off track. Church, I think, is where we're all going.
We'll go to church.
Take me to church.
I was gonna make that joke, motherfucker.
Too late.
I was gonna
God
make
damn
that
it!
joke too.
Is it Sunday yet?
Yeah. I
Um,
was gonna go for the in the immortal words of Hosier, take me to church. But you beat me to the fucking punch.
I guess I just rolled higher initiative.
Fuck!
By the by, is it Sunday?
Rivet.
Uh,
Is it Sunday?
It is Earth's Day, which is the equivalent of Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
So no mass.
Well, you don't know when their holy day is.
Yeah, we don't.
Very true. Very true.
It change. I mean, it's a change burner. It's different every week. I will now roll religion check to see if that's true.
They
No.
roll a d8 and then reroll ones or reroll eights to see which fucking day of the week it is.
No,
Hey,
no. They flip a
roll eights.
coin.
oh, flip a coin for each day, and then those are like put into a Swiss bracket. Just to yeah.
No, I saw on X someone made dice coins. They're literally a coin you flip, and a little ball inside goes to one of the slots on the edge, and it's a
Oh yeah, I love those things.
inside. I want some.
All right. Religion checks.
Oh, you actually rolled
Oh,
the
yeah.
religion check. Okay. No. There isn't really a religious day. This is every day. Walk your path every day of your life. You'll never waste a day. But okay, sorry. I admit I'm getting a bit tired.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was tired before this, which is why I took a nap.
Yeah. Is you deep deep. So you get to the church, and it seems that having breakfast, having a discussion, walking here, I think it's about 10 o'clock. But there does appear to be some form of sermon going on.
What
That's-
kind of sermon?
There's about 15 people here. All of them in well-made, brightly colored clothes, with various bits of jewelry and all incorporating some form of coin, or some of them more muted, but they will still have an amulet with a coin on it. And the preacher at the front there is a dark-skinned, black-haired, Cuban-looking woman who's still preaching freedoms. Wealth to be shared. That is to be expected. From Avandra. And it's very much more like a gospel church. Like, just be like, freedom is not just having the freedom to do whatever you like, but it's also freedom to express yourself. So, even in these dark times, I want all of you to feel safe in this sanctuary and to let it out. And, music kicks in, people get up, people just start trying to, like, just throw away their current, like, tensions of the situation and just start fucking dancing. Like, if you've not seen a gospel church in the full swing, then watch the Blues Brothers. Like,
Nice.
and like as you get to the door, like it's like her voice, like in the acoustics of this place, like her voice just carries, and she's and as she was walking in, you see this is really quite strange to some other religions in the party. um, yeah, you can see the stained glass, and it's got the full depiction. Well, stained glass version of Avandra. To get you. I wonder if anyone's done like a stained glass Avandra, because it it that's for their champions. That's not okay. How does you? Yeah, just imagine this type of figure in stained glass. Ba da ba da ba da ba. Where would I put it? I guess world lore being one of the deities. So there you go. That's Evandra. So that's what you see as you open the doors, like, and head on in.
Wait a second. Didn't you say the preacher was a dark-skinned, black-haired woman?
Yeah.
Okay. Tech's having some conspiracy theory thoughts going on. Thurbeck, just chill.
Okay. Like, but yeah, I guess you just kind of stand there at the door. With all the music, people like cheering and like basically like singing out their prayers as they're dancing. Um, there we go, fixed it. Okay, this was always like, and do I see new souls at my door this hour?
Sort of like gives a nod. Indeed, we have not been here before.
Well, Evandra welcomes all to her house. Wanderers lost or not. So come on down to the front here. Don't mind the people there.
Right? Will step in and
And as you're moving forward, you are seeing like the little shrines to other good aligned deities, like on the sides here. In like, wait, hold on. Let me show the map here. So basically, you came in like here. There's okay. Let me get the ruler. So you walk in this way, and you go this way through some basically statues in tribute of various religious figures in Goldshield's history, and you this is showing up right on the layer.
yeah.
Okay, so you've walked in, there's like the altar and the stained glass window is on this wall,
Mm-hmm.
and then you've got like here is like um
Other gods' statues.
no, that's in this like quite long section, like lines all the way around. But this is just like this is where the reliquary is kept. There's like a bit of a gate there, you know.
Ah.
But yeah, you've walked in here. So therefore, this is a huge like cathedral. Like I don't know, like the if you have a specific feature for it to be a cathedral instead of a church, but it's a sizable church or a small cathedral, one of the two.
Hoot hoot.
Uh, oh, sorry, as they move the box. The box. Um, just realized the music stopped ages ago. That's okay. We're nearly done here. Yes, yeah, as you get to her, you can see to your side there's uh the shrines of the other deities. Um, and in fact, like the major ones have their own little bit of stained glass, like above their altar. Very well lit building. Now I need not know the reason why you wanted this way. I'll just know that you're walking the path set before you. Only thing I want to ask is how I may be able to help you today.
Well, I'm trying to remember why we came to the church.
Well, I was wanting to look into like the I don't know, just the religion here, just learn more about it. uh, but yeah, I guess we can leave here. I don't know how much we need to stay.
Yeah. I gotta ask it just cause. Does the lady we're talking to look like the woman in the stained glass behind her?
The hair color's a bit different. Um, the lady before you's hair is shorter and a bit curlier. And while she's dressed in like the kind of similar colors, it's not deity wear she's got on. She's just got kind of preacher robes.
Okay.
But yeah, it definitely has like a split side and stuff like that, so you can move just as freely as everyone else. Like,
So the goddess did not descend to do this in these trying times. Got it.
Well, the yeah, supposedly the king is a descendant, but I'm not sure how accurate that is.
is that above table talk?
Let's say in character. I'm curious.
Okay, because I know Tex's
Yeah, I was talking
conspiracy
above
theory
table.
was it above table.
Okay, yeah, above table then. But I am curious.
Well, if you cannot think of any reason why you came here, then maybe you're witnessing the reason right here, right now. Maybe you just needed time to forget all the troubles you out there in this world. And maybe let it all out. So feel free to cut a rug with everyone else if you want to.
Big, bulky Thobrek thinking, I am not the dancing type.
Unfortunately, the party's not quite as lively as it used to be, but hey, I'm glad to see so many of my flock here, even if it's only about a quarter of the number I'm used to.
Trying times these are.
Yeah. If people want to change in this town, then if the change bringer can't bring that for them, then Well, let's just say I don't think anything's gonna change by them sitting in their houses in fear and panic, buying up all sorts of things and hiring all sorts of the wrong people just to try and make themselves feel safe when they could just be doing something about it.
The greatest evil is not evil, but those who stood by and did nothing while evil happened.
Amen to that, brother. But still, if I can do my small part and keep these spirits of those before me healthy and happy, then I don't believe that a great evil is coming to break down our doors and ruin this fine town. The air is just not right. People are upset about stuff. A lot of people should just talk things out, but now the voices are far too loud and they're shouting far too much to be able to hear nothing. People's ears are closed, but their mouths are wide open. Angry.
God, I want Dobrik to say something witty because of Barb, but he's not that kind of character.
But yeah, stay as long
And
as
Rivet
you.
is squarely out of her element.
Yep. Stay as long as you like or as long as you're comfortable and
We appreciate it.
I appreciate you visiting. Can't give yourself good fortune if you can't even give yourself any option to pursue it. But here's me just spouting nonsense about what I think about the current situation. But end of the day, there's no freedom without a bit of reason. A lot of people see me losing that.
True. Struggling to see. Blinded by hate. Those who.
That and fear.
True.
Now, if you'll excuse me, and she basically like backs up a little bit, and she just goes into like this powerful voice and just adds her voice to the current music going on.
Sing it, sister.
Just pure emotion. Like he's just it's just kind of like making the song up mostly on the fly. Like just pointing to someone randomly who's dancing and just being like, I like, just melodically being like, hey, it's good to see you. Like hope you're still making those like those pies or whatever. Just something that knowing her flock, she personally knows about the person, is just trying to be like, hey, you're great. Like, glad you're here. Like, she spots someone who's just kind of like mostly still, kind of keeping to themselves. She'd go over and like put a hand on their shoulder and kind of like more quietly be like, trying to get out that problem and then try and like almost like pull it out of them to get them to like open up, get back with those emotions, and kind of see if she can get them dancing again. Just a lot of encouragement and dancing. All right. Where was your next destination?
The theater, I suppose.
All right. Well, we've only got 10 minutes, so you can start making your way over to the theater. The lovely theater. And then we'll probably call it there before you actually like get in.
Theater. Yeah.
Lovely theater. All right. Well, hey, Glenn. Nice to see you. I was just about to finish up for now. Gonna find someone to raid, but thanks for being here. Nice to see you. Who shall we? Hey, Columbia and Brujo. They've been popping into the games a few times. Playing some Borderlands 3. Their friend Zoot.
Yeah.
Well, I hope everyone had fun this session. I know it was
It
kind
was
of
very fun.
info dump, bit of shop, more info dump.
Yeah.
But hey,
And a
that's
lot
an
of
investigation.
yeah, fun times.
Oh, good. Fine.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm super excited now because I've got this potion thing to look forward to, and also things that Anu knows about.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna start like putting that a bit more into action.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oof. Anyway, take care everybody. Thanks for being here. As always, please be good to yourself, excellent to each other, and critical hit your enemies. Until next time.
Bye.
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 Uh,
Mwah.